Man like troops, back again. About my blood clot, yang, all of that. Man came on the Cooligans and shut the thing down. Make sure you watch. If you don't, you're a ham roll blood.
¡Ay, papi!
Let's go.
Vamos. Okay. We have 1 day left of Hispanic Heritage Month. Let's go. Let's make it worth it.
Let's go. What's good, everybody? What are y'all doing? Tell us in the chat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Prem Show. We are the Cooligans. This is our spin-off podcast focused on all things Premier League and whatever else sort of comes up.
Whatever the hell else comes to mind.
There's an international break, so obviously...
But we don't stop. We keep going.
Okay, that's right. I told you that we don't stop. I told you that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what this show is gonna be, and yes, we obviously are taping this live on Twitch. So if you're listening to this podcast and you want to be a part of the show, be a part of the chat, go to twitch.tv/soccercooligans and follow us right there.
Let's go.
Yes, a lot. I love this already. Judd on the bench said, "My girlfriend and I are on an international break."
Yeah. How long has it been now? Is it like World Cup length?
Okay, so a lot to discuss, whether it's a couple things going on in the Premier League. Obviously, the Premier League is back this weekend. We got Merseyside Derby.
Right.
But obviously the matches that are going on now, like UEFA Nations League, we got a couple friendlies, we got the World Cup qualifiers in CONMEBOL. Like it's where some games mean nothing, some games mean absolutely everything, and right. Nations League are like, should we care? I don't know.
What does this actually mean? CONMEBOL's like, okay, so we're all willing to die, right? Everyone's on the same page.
Yeah. You know, like, oh yeah, we had we haven't really seen each other for about 8 to 10 months, but now everything matters right now.
Right. Did we bring the soccer balls and the shin guards? Yes. How about the knives? Did everyone bring the knives?
Okay. I don't leave home without it because I'm obviously going to a Boca River match. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We all got bricks ready to go. Which way's the bus coming?
Okay. You know, you can get bricks through metal detectors, you know? Ain't no problem with that.
Nah, officer, that's all balls and dicks. It's oddly shaped, to be completely honest with you. I've seen a doctor.
Oh, okay. You're gonna bring this up like my wife does every day? Jeez. Anyway, already, yeah, it doesn't take too long to start talking about dicks in some way on this show.
It's what we do. We're known for dick jokes and puppy cams, baby.
Okay, so I see. Okay, well, Nutmeg did walk in the door. Okay. He has his keys, so that's good.
Yeah. My wife can't, but Nutmeg.
Now he's up to the point like he's almost like he's almost when he jumps, he's like his head is getting over the pen.
Yeah.
So it's getting scary.
It's gonna hop over
it's been 1 month. He's grown so much in just 30 days. It's unreal.
Here's my fear with dogs. Like, you know how like you don't feed them and sometimes you have to like yank on the leash and stuff. My fear is they remember all those things, and then when they get big enough, they eat your neck while you're asleep. You know what I mean?
That's a common thing that happens. Everybody knows that.
You know, I've never seen it on the news, but I just think it's because they're cowards and they won't talk about the real stories. That's why.
All right, we'll get them in the pen in a moment, and then I'll get you there. I know everybody's demanding Nutmeg, so I'll get that in a moment. But I want a reminder as well. We will be giving away FIFA 21, a copy of FIFA 21. Alexis, when do you want to do that? Do you want to do that now? Do you want to wait to the end? What do you think?
Wait to the end.
Wait to the end.
So people got to stick around, right?
Okay, yeah, you got to force them. You got to hook them in.
Golo Blanco said, "Damn, where is Steve's second dick when you need him?" A riff on our previous brick dick joke.
Okay,
nice.
Nutmeg is in his pen, so let us go. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. There he is.
There you go.
And
he found a white hand. He brought it back with him from the park.
Typical dogs eating, just picking up stray hands. So, and I love that I have the light going the like
You can kinda
strobe
see
light.
it bouncing off of
Yeah,
his
dude,
ass.
he's like at a nightclub right now. This is
He's at bottle service. That's VIP right there.
okay. So that is Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a golden doodle. He is 3 months old, just like about 3 days ago. So he's
And he does look like fried chicken. Yeah, there it is. Next door nipple just said, "Look at that fried chicken." Boom, perfect.
okay. So let us begin today's Prem Show with the news about what is it called again? The big picture.
The big picture project, which is what you name something when you want to scam somebody. No. You're not thinking about the big picture, which is us controlling everything. Oh, I said it. Shit.
Oh, my bad. Yes, Project Big Picture, which is essentially a proposal by. So I believe the people that were the clubs that were leading it were Liverpool.
The 6 clubs that were in the Premier League the longest, and I just want to mention a good one said something really important in the chat. He said, "Alexa's still looking slim." Thank you so much, big good one.
Okay, you know what? This is the type of interaction that we don't get to do just doing the TV show. We don't get
Right?
we don't get the opportunity for people to call us thin and slim. You know what I mean?
Sidetrack us by complimenting us, which is the type of sidetracking we want.
Yeah, compliments to a comedian are like dogs seeing a squirrel. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Or your dog finding a random hand.
Yes. So Asi already saying it's an American takeover of the EPL. Yeah. The plan is to basically make the Premier League similar to American sports, right? Where it's more of a closed system. I guess
They don't want to do away with promotion and relegation.
I know that.
They just don't want to give the clubs that haven't been there the longest. They don't want to give them any right to make decisions, which is right now every club in the Premier League gets a vote, and they want to make it smaller. They want to make it 18, which, if you think about it, is a little bit genius, right? They don't want to get rid of the winter games that they have, the winter games like they're the Olympics. They don't want to get rid of the Christmas time matches that they usually do, right? Everyone else takes a break over that stretch of the winter. Premier League tends to have matches during that. They don't want to compress the schedule that way. What they decided to do is get rid of 2 clubs. So 2 clubs additional, right? So it's 18, and they'll get rid of the League Cup, right?
Yeah.
So they'll get rid of the Carabao Cup, which, to be honest with you, you don't need the League Cup and the FA Cup. The FA Cup is clearly the more storied one. Get rid of the bootleg joint, right? Nobody even knows that. Have you ever tasted Carabao before?
I have not.
Me neither.
Is Carabao an animal? No, that's
it's
caribou.
But I think that's what it's based on. I think it's the Portuguese or the Spanish way. The
Oh,
old school
okay,
way of saying it. Yeah. But yeah, it's a longhorn, isn't it? Or it's a bull?
I thought it was more
What
like
is
an
it?
elk or something like that.
No, I think it's more of like a. You know what's funny is we both are staring at computers. We could look this up, but it's so much better to just say you're wrong. And I'm
Okay,
right.
yes, it is. It's like a buffalo. It's a water buffalo.
There you go. Right?
Okay, yeah. That's I mean, we can take a look.
See, it's the big horns.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
By the way,
I
I Googled once the difference between fresh mozzarella, which is a cow's milk cheese, and a buffalo mozzarella, which is a buffalo milk cheese. And what defines a buffalo milk versus cow's milk? And turns out it's not as simple as just saying, well, that came from a bull and that came from a cow. There is a buffalo and a cow. There's no milk from a bull unless you try really hard.
You want it, you got to earn it.
Your elbow grease is the least of your problems here. The bull's just going to follow you around forever now. He thinks you're his homie. A buffalo and a cow are like almost genetically like very similar. So it's very hard to specify the two, which is how I found out that a Carabao was like a longhorn.
Okay. And now I'm looking up a caribou, and this is a caribou.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's the girlfriend, the Carabao. What are you searching on? I've never seen that.
I'm using Bing because I use the reason
Bing?
relax. I don't use Bing.
Aren't you an IT guy?
I'm using so it's easier on OBS. when I'm streaming to have a different browser besides Google Chrome open. Because when I click on links, Google Chrome will open. And then when I want to show something on the stream, I use it in Microsoft Edge, which is the new Internet Explorer. So that's why I'm using that.
Buddy, come on, get Firefox. Motherfucker pulled out Bing like we weren't gonna call it out.
Microsoft Edge, this new one works pretty well. I'll be honest. I don't use it for like my regular browsing. I use it when I'm here with everyone. Anyway,
Senor Shiny OW said Bing is the Canadian Premier League of search engines. Oh, I didn't know Bing was the greatest of all time.
LCAB said Bing. Does Christian have AOL.com? Right.
Edge doesn't even have all his weird porn searches saved on it. That's why he puts Carabao. He's afraid, like, Cumbus is gonna show up as one of the options.
Okay, I don't need y'all seeing my history. All right.
All right. Don't judge me. I told you, right, that one time I was at a work conference and the guys we're talking like 5,500 people were at this theater. And the guy's having problems with his computer, so the guy comes up to fix it, and he was like, "Oh, just go to this web page," and he put B, and Bang Bus came out right on this massive screen, and everyone was like, "Bang Bus." And there's a bunch of dudes who are like, "Hey,
okay." So funny. Okay, so all right. What were we talking about? The big picture.
Chad Penty said, "What's your MySpace profile?" Motherfucker pulled out Bing. I know you used to do IT for Diddy, but you don't have to only use stuff from that era.
Bing is fairly new. Bing is not even that old. I'm just that's the default thing on Microsoft Edge.
Fix it. You're embarrassing our show.
The good thing is it's helpful to have two separate browsers. And Edge works. I don't have to install Firefox. Whatever, it works. I barely use this thing. Who cares? Anyway, big picture.
Project Big Picture. Don't look behind the curtain.
Well, but obviously, so it was rejected. It's not happening, right?
Well, who are the 6 clubs? So it was Arsenal and Everton are in there.
Mm-hmm.
West Ham, right? I don't know why. Or was it Aston Villa? No, it was West Ham. Obviously Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, and there's one other one.
Right? It might have been Everton.
No, I did say Everton. Everton and Arsenal already.
Yeah.
So those clubs wanted to have the only votes, right? And everyone was like, "Yo, this is a power grab by all the big clubs and West Ham." I don't think they said that specifically. That's how I said it. So they voted that no, but another part of that provision was that they were going to do somewhat of a financial bailout, if you will, of the entire English Football Association, like all the clubs in the league. Yeah. The EFL. They did do that. But here comes another piece of news. Top Premier League clubs have threatened to walk away unless radical changes. They're saying if this didn't get passed, that they would break apart and create their own. Excuse me, burp there. They would create their own new league.
Not a new league, like a super league, right? That was the idea.
Nick Star Nipple said, "Was Burnsley up there too, Alexis?"
Oh, the Burnsley callbacks. You got to love them.
I was so close, guys. It's one fucking letter. Whatchamacallit? I think of the prospect. I know Ellie Menjam tweeted earlier today, good, let him do it, and we'll all focus on the other. The other league.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Like just have all the clubs that feel like they're too big for the league. Let them go, and then that each league in each particular country will probably even mean more because now these huge clubs won't even be involved.
Won't be there.
Yeah.
Well, and they're like, and national team players won't play for you. I don't think that's the case. I doubt that if Manchester United, City, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea, right, all of a sudden break out and go to their own league. If you want to win the World Cup, right? You want that more than playing for, Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
right? I mean, clearly, if you're Harry Maguire, you want neither of the two.
I
Based on
love
the way you play.
Otik Ramos said the Premier League.
The slightly more Premier League. Again, the name is just Canadian Premier League. It's already there. Why would you work on perfection? But if you do that, and if you can't play for the national team, then those clubs aren't as big anymore, right?
Without a doubt, yeah.
The fear is if you allow national team players to play for those, they're going to be able to coax some of the other major teams out of the other leagues. You're going to get your Barcelona and Real Madrid to join this league and not play in La Liga. You're going to get some of these other like PSG, Marseille or Lyon, whichever one you guys consider big at that time. You're going to get your Juventus. I mean, Juventus practically is in a league of their own when it comes to Italy, right? You're going to get these Bayern Munich. You're going to get them all to join into one league. Would that, if that's only if you're allowing national team players, this has kind of been threatened a couple of times over the last few years. Would this be good or bad for soccer?
I mean, look, I liked Ellie mentioned sweet, and I'll pull it up in a moment. But I like the just acknowledging like, we're done arguing about it, right? And it's happening more in Europe than it is here, obviously. But people are just like, how much these owners, these billionaires, clearly feel like, yo, there's an opportunity to make more money off this whole football thing, and we're leaving that on the table. As a fan, and
are
like,
they right though?
Are they right that they're losing money? That they're missing an opportunity on making a lot more money? Probably, because with any new version of, I can't imagine a league that's playing weekly with Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Dortmund. Oh, that league will succeed. There's no way that's failing, and it's going to do very well. It's a matter of.
Hold on, Jet on the bench put major international league football, and Nick's their nipple put, I'm 100% behind M.I.L.F.
Oh, that's amazing. That was the best acronym. That's what it's always meant. Okay. That's what they were talking about in American Pie, right?
That is.
Was it American Pie? That's where that came from, right? Yeah.
Oh God, that is beauty, guys. Get in this chat, will you?
Okay, we got.
Sometimes I think we just log on and do the show so we can read the chat. But here's the point I was saying, and Otik Ramos said Alexis is talking about Champions League. No, I'm not. But think about this. Imagine if Champions League had a table and they didn't play. So if you were good enough to get in Champions League, you no longer play in your domestic league. You now play just in the Champions League, and the Champions League has weekly matches and it's its own table. Is that so different from what we have now? And would you not be okay with that? And if people say the travel, you can't do the travel, chill. Because if we do the travel in the US, y'all could do the travel in Europe.
I mean, as far as it being different, the answer is definitely. The problem would be it's
a good one, but Space League.
The problem would be look. We all know the traditionalists in England. They want to see those small teams play against those behemoth clubs. That is always the fact that they won't be able to do that is taking away from the culture of the sport. And that
because they'd still play an FA Cup and they'd still play in the League Cup if that existed. So you'd still get
you don't play them 2 times a year, which is what people would want. So it would upset people. That's really the main thing. I'm not saying it would think
about it like from a. Forget the fans for a second. Just like
who needs them? Project. Who gives a fuck about the fans? Okay.
Chad Benty said, "Would they go back to their local leagues if they lose?" See, that's the thing. Champions League becomes a league with a full calendar of matches, and there's no bracket system anymore. It's whoever is at the top of that is essentially the champion of MILF, you know?
The MILF champ. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, of course. Here's your trophy, and you're like, I am really excited.
Is this the trophy MILF? Okay.
It's a real doll.
Okay. Yeah. So that main issue. Look, it's so I like somebody just mentioned Garfield. QU said, I don't think my heart can handle Barca getting stomped on that regularly. Still have nightmares of the past city Champions League exits. So there is a part of it that, you know, I think it's those teams that maybe just got into the Premier League or just got into Bundesliga that want to see those matches against Bayern and Dortmund and City and like that's it's going to take a lot to be able to convince people to change the way football has been their entire lives.
Is it that big of a change though? It's now saying, all right, fine. If y'all want to see this, I'm going to give you a new league. And then whoever gets relegated, and I would say half the clubs get relegated and they get sent back to their domestic leagues, right? For the following season. And then so on and so forth.
Yeah, Nutmeg. I don't know what's going on with Nutmeg. He's going a little good. He's going a little wild. Let's just check to see if he's okay. He is.
Oh, he's going nutty.
He's going nutty. He's maybe
he moved the bed. He's redecorating. He's got feng shui. I think it's the light. To be honest with you.
Maybe I could shut it off. I don't know. I'll see. We'll give him another moment. Okay, cool. Maybe he'll calm down. Okay, so this is very distracting. He is. I think he wants to get out of there. Okay, so
Aussie, but no relegation, aka going down in MILF. No, I mean, some would say after the history that'd probably be the most exciting part for MILF for the league itself.
The next nipple said Nutmeg is excited for MILF. Who isn't? It's
major international league football. Oh, that is wonderful.
It's an incredible competition. Okay. All right. Next up, what? Oh, you know what? Somebody mentioned something that I wanted to talk about. Just speaking of just Americans playing abroad, and I did mention Dortmund. Gio Reyna, rumors that on the Real Madrid radar. What did you think of that when you saw that, Alexis?
Let's go. Paul Pogba came out today and said that it's his dream to play for Real Madrid, and part of me was like, nah, son, an American is going in there. You ain't got a shot.
He's taking your spot, okay?
I mean, how old is Gio Reyna? 18?
I believe he's 19, if I'm not mistaken. But 18 or 19. Yeah, very young, clearly. And
Zidane is already like, yo, we need this guy. That's huge. That's an American.
Yeah. I guess the wild part to me is that he's
17, 18 soon.
Oh, okay.
Based on the chat.
He how many games has he played for Dortmund? Just caps.
Enough to impress.
Maybe 12, maybe 15. He has not played a lot, but clearly has already made that kind of impression. So as soon as you hear stuff like that, you're like, oh, okay, he's gonna go for some real dough. It's gonna be real money if you're already hearing his name now.
I mean, and look, here's the thing. I know he's not going to Real Madrid. Maybe he's not going right away. The fact, when was the last American player to get interest from Real Madrid? I'll give you time. You know, maybe you at home can bang it just like Christian would.
Look, it's a useful service. It's not my favorite, but it's the one that's on here.
Bing is trash unless Bing wants to sponsor this show, right? The one employee over at Bing's corporate headquarters is like, oh, someone's talking about us on Twitch. Bing it like Beckham.
So, but yeah, huge news. So I think it was
Chad on the bench, but Santiago Munoz from the Goal movies.
Oh, that's right. Oh, Santi, yeah. Chad. I believe Chad was the one who mentioned Gio Reyna before. He said he's apparently signed to a new contract with Dortmund. So, look, I would.
Yeah, but that's what you sell. You sell them while they're on contract.
Exactly.
They're on contract, they're free. So, I mean, is he putting up a piece of art? What's that noise? He's got a little hammer in his hand.
We're trying to calm him down. Use
contact strips, buddy.
Okay, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. All right.
Gio has 32. 32
That's
caps.
that's surprising. I cannot. But still, to 32 caps and already being like, already getting interest from Real Madrid is still quite impressive. But
Let's go.
but yeah, I'm surprised it's been 32. It hasn't felt that way. But he's played in some Champions League matches. He's played obviously this season, and he came off the bench last season a couple times. I'm surprised, and the German Cup, the Pokal, whatever.
DFB Pokal.
Yeah.
Here's what I say: if you have a child that's good enough to play for the national team, give it to Claudia Reina. Okay. It sounds again. This sounds crazy.
Yeah,
but we're trying to win a World Cup.
Exactly. Okay, it's a soccer family. They'll develop some great players. Okay. The other thing. Oh,
Crimson Pizza said Nutmeg doesn't believe the Gio Reyna hype. Maybe that's what it was. He's like, nah, you trash. You can't go to Real Madrid.
He's just banging
you
on
ain't
the
listening to me.
Get me out of here. Put me on the street.
Why you put the camera up there if you don't want to listen to my opinion?
Okay, so the other thing, speaking of another American abroad, we should mention Weston McKennie, who not as good news. Contracted COVID-19. I don't know from where, but I'm just saying Ronaldo got it first. I don't know what, I don't know what they're dapping each other up a little too much.
Maybe they're both touching the same Bluetooth speaker in the locker room. Weston McKennie trying to put on some little baby.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo trying to put on some weird Portuguese folk music.
Yeah, I tell everybody, stay away from that man, okay? Nothing good has ever come from
being. We don't co-sign Ronaldo. You should know that on this show.
Rui Diaz from this. So let's talk about the international break a little bit, because it feels like a lot of players, even though generally travel is not a great idea right now in general, because there's a lot of risks and danger of getting this damn virus. But it feels like every call up was like, you want to play this COVID gamble? You could represent your colors, you can represent your flag, but
there's Russian roulette with health. There's a reason they don't play games at a stadium in Chernobyl. You know what I mean? Because it's dangerous for the players.
I mean, look, I'm sure the pitch is the grass ain't the healthiest. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is bright green though. I mean, glows. You don't even need lights at night.
But no, man, that's Raul Rui Diaz from the Seattle Sounders. Obviously, for Peru. Tested positive, and it's interesting, right? Because NYCFC's Alexander Collins, I think his call up was rejected, and he's clean, he's good, right? You know what I mean? Like
his life.
There's like that sort of that give and take, and it's a Chad just mentioned the Minnesota United and Fire match has been canceled. Yeah, this has been. Look, we saw it also. What was it? Who was the coach in college football? Some Florida team. That was like he wants Governor DeSantis to allow them to have 90,000 in the stadium because the fans helped the team so much. And then the team, there's a COVID cluster.
Right.
And then they can't play games at all.
Yeah. Not unless all 90,000 are nurses. You know what I mean? Should they be around this team?
Yeah, man. We are obviously we're all fans of soccer. We want to see the game, and the fact that we've been able to watch the game after it was like pretty much like a 3-month break that we didn't get to watch any games at all, any sports at all. The fact that we get to University of Florida was the coach. The fact that we get to watch games at all is like there has to be a little bit of like, we can't take it for granted the fact that these players are putting themselves at risk. And they make a bunch of money and they're getting whatever, but it's still they're putting themselves in actual danger. So look,
and this is the thing. It's like if you care about your career, a respiratory issue might cause problems for you as a soccer player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This ain't baseball. It ain't mostly sitting, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, there's been a bunch of players on international duty. Ronaldo was one of them that ended up catching COVID. Yeah, so we're seeing it everywhere. So hopefully this is a little bit of a lesson to be like, oh, if those millionaires with all the testing and everything in place to protect them can still get the disease, maybe I should wear a goddamn mask. That's all.
Didn't somebody say that I don't think I put it in the Slack, but somebody said if there's like a new spike and they lock everything down in England again, which looks like might happen soon, that they still don't think they need to go to a bubble format for the rest of the Premier League matches. They could just continue to do it without the fans and all the travel and everything. So, I mean, again, it seems like they're playing with these players' lives, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's strange too, because not only, you know, it's not simply like these billionaires that are like trying to put everybody at risk. Like we've interviewed several players that have even said like, yo, I need to play. Like, you know, oh, somebody just mentioned something with the audio. Can you turn Christian down and Alexis up? I can do that. Okay.
Can you put mine up at all, or?
I can, but you're already pretty loud, but I lowered myself. I might just be talking a little too close to the mic. Sorry.
Aussie AB said turn nutmeg up and you two off. Also, a good one also said, why is Alexis not eating wings? Honestly, a great question.
Yeah, I came for the wings. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, wishing everybody the best and all the health and safety and all that jazz.
We were talking a little bit about the Premier League. I don't know if you saw this. There's been a mention of the Premier League starting their own OTT, which is over the top, which is what Fubo is. Shouts to Fubo TV, who just went public. So buy that stock, you know, make us more money. We don't get stock options, by the way. It just keeps us on the network. But TalkSport mentioned this. There's a clip of somebody, I forget his name. His name is in here. He is Simon Jordan, again, with these British people with two first names as opposed to an actual name. We got Brian Kevin on the phone from Shropshire.
Do you want me to just the clip is 40 seconds. Do you want me to just play it?
Yeah. But I'm not going to be able to hear it, right?
You're not going to be able to hear, but
so I'll play it on my own here.
Okay. Boom.
When guys like me sit here saying the Netflix of football, when we talk, go and look at what Netflix's market cap is. It's worth 230 billion. Right now, look at what the English Premier League can become if it gets its act together. Says thank you very much to your lot over at Sky. We'll take it from here and build its own platform. It'll be worth 100 billion quid. That Premier League, 100 billion quid all day of the week and twice on Sunday. So if you weren't a billionaire as an owner when you went into that league, you'll be a billionaire as a result of being a shareholder in that league. This is about uber money.
Okay. So he wants to.
You don't elicit a lot of trust when you use German words. You know, Uber money. Yes.
I mean, Uber's a very good app, and it also made a lot of money. But they already invented that, so they gotta figure something else out.
I'm way more interested in Uber money. Shouts to lousy human value.
Okay, that's the next big thing.
That's just holding your hands out, going, put some money in there. Okay. The Premier League starts its own monthly subscription service, so you can watch the matches on it versus on all these different. The one benefit to this is you don't have to wonder which of the NBC channels is this stupid game on. You know, it's all on one service.
Yeah. So
and honestly, kind of genius.
It's not a bad idea, and we can talk about where media is kind of going in this direction.
That sounds like a fun conversation.
Well, look, I mean, I think it's relevant right now, especially right because let's talk about the Cooligans, right? We are on an over-the-top platform, right? We are two stand-up comedians that, you know, when we started doing comedy 11 years ago, our options of like how to propel our careers were set in stone. They were pretty limited, right? You tried to get on Comedy Central. You tried to get a half hour. You tried to get at least
a late night,
a 5 minute, and then the next opportunity was possibly like, maybe you did the Tonight Show, and then
or Comedy Central half hour, and then maybe like an HBO special.
Yeah, and then maybe somebody, you did Just for Laughs, the comedy festival, and then somebody saw you and they were like, "Oh, you have a sitcom you want to make or something like that." There was really not many avenues for you to be a successful comedian, right? Yeah. So what this is sort of done, and what we've sort of realized is like, what YouTube and the internet and all these people creating their own platforms has allowed people to just say, you know what, I don't need the big networks. I don't need NBC. I don't need the Tonight Show to give me an opportunity, because I can potentially create something that more people will see than even that set that I do on the Tonight Show. Yeah. And obviously it's still a huge thing. I mean, I would love to do the Tonight Show. Jimmy, please, any opportunity, I would love to.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
just ask.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
But there's something pretty incredible to say, like, you know what? I'm just going to do this myself. And every sports league is beholden to the networks, right? NFL they pretty much have to work with ESPN, because they have everything in place to broadcast their product better than they can do it on their own. But if Premier League said, we're going to make our own thing and hire the best people to have a platform that works, because even people get mad at Peacock. I'm like, some people, I've heard this, that they prefer to watch the illegal stream, even though they have the service that they pay for, because it works better. The legal stream works better. So,
and you get to hear a Turkish guy call the match. Which was the last time you heard that?
So that's kind of the position the Premier League is in. If they're willing to spend I would say millions of dollars to get that in place, maybe even a billion, to be honest. That's how expensive it would be to have something like this that would work all over the world. It's not crazy, but they have to make that investment.
And also, when we were at Bundesliga, the CEO of the Bundesliga said that they basically produce all their own content and they distribute that to the channels. So they're the ones that are manning the cameras. So they're already kind of doing this to some degree. I could see Bundesliga doing this tomorrow. Someone is now doing, I love the UAE stream. I don't know how, Jay James, whatever, Yerimina.
Fluent Arabic, I see there.
It's just, we're not getting the curvy letters, but I think it's all true. I think when you look at how the leagues are progressing, this actually might be an upgrade. And I know this is going to upset everyone else, but this might be an upgrade. And I could also just see it being like, all right, we'll do all the other matches and 1, 2, or maybe 3 matches go on a major network, because why not make that TV money? And also, you'll probably get the same amount of money you do now, because they're going to be going nuts for those 2 or 3 matches. They're going to pay you a shit ton. Same thing if you're the NFL. If you're the NFL or if you're the NBA, after what the NBA did with the bubble, there's no reason they're on 3 different networks, on TNT and ESPN, and maybe that's it. Some matches I think are on the NBA channel, but you should have your own service that I pay for, and I'm good with that.
But also people get mad at that too, right? Because you see the tweets all the time, like, why do I have to have 7 streaming services to watch certain games? Like, it's
annoying.
It's annoying. Like, I get frustrated. I'm trying to watch the Colombia matches for these World Cup qualifiers, and they're on pay-per-view. They're on something I never even heard of. Fanatis. I never heard of that. But it's like,
yeah, that's the new one.
It's a new one where you have to. It's pay-per-view for your country. So it's like you have to pay $30 per game to watch your country, and then and then you get like a deal if you want to watch matches from the other countries. Like, how is this the best way to do this, right? They're like the fact that they can't set some sort of deal with whatever, like through the NR or ESPN to just like broadcast these games is like kind of crazy, right?
You can't get one sponsor to give you a bunch of money to be the only sponsor of the entire broadcast.
I wish. So there was the book Red Card by Ken Bensinger, which is the one that really talks about all the corruption from CONCACAF.
Books, dude, totally. I'm way up on these. Love them.
So I read it a couple months ago, and the interesting thing is, this is what Chuck Blazer. This is right now what we're talking about. This is what Chuck Blazer was so good at. Chuck Blazer could could finesse these deals to be able to get games to air here, and he would be the middleman to be like, okay, I'll set you up with a deal with CONMEBOL so that games will air, and it's like, and then they would do the back payments of like, he would get like $1.2 million for doing this and funnel money and all this other stuff. But yo,
Dude, I gotta get into this, man.
Yo, I mean, that's what the majority of the corruption within FIFA is. TV rights. TV rights are so even though, you know, let's say Premier League does want to do this. Do you know how much? It seems practical, but the level of corruption to
how many bad people will lose out money?
They'd be like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
not happening.
Dude, imagine the midnight knock on the door you get if you're the head of the Premier League. If you suggest this,
highly recommend. If you read the book, Red Card.
Not going to do it, but thank you so much for telling us.
I'm telling the people in the chat, people listening to the podcast, it's a great book and it really explains everything of like why there was so much corruption and what they really did. And the dude from Trinidad, what's his name?
Oh, Jack Wagner.
Wagner? Warner.
Maybe Warner.
I don't remember his name. I think it's Warner. Yes.
Dude, Chuck and Jack, though. We gotta write that sitcom. Somebody put that a sitcom, the Fubo sitcom should be your girlfriend Elaine is my nutritionist. Jack Warner, lousy human Val, put it up. Yeah,
Jack Warner. Is he still in there? Oh no, he's
You're right though. Too many people would lose too much money if the NFL could never do it, because ESPN would be like, we'll give you $40 billion just to stay on. Like that's not even the money.
They're gonna, and it's gonna be difficult to turn that money down. So as great as it might be of an idea, you know, maybe it's like $9.99 a month, and you get to watch every Premier League game on one app. It ain't happening like that, bro.
Verm the Germ put, I think it's pronounced James, Trinidad James. You know, Warner was like, I better have ice gold all on my watch and gold all on my chain.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm glad we have that. Look, this is my wheelhouse. Okay, when we start talking about tech platforms and TV rights,
books.
Okay, that's what the Prem Show is about. Okay?
Yeah, dude, it's not about Doritos anymore. That's why Alexis is in the corner crying.
Okay, so actually, let's look at a couple of the matches coming up. The Premier League is returning this weekend, Saturday.
Not a fan?
No, maybe. So Everton. Let's go. The Merseyside derby, which is the only problem I have here. Why they got to be the 7:30 a.m. Eastern time game, bro?
As long as it's not Arsenal at that time, that's all I care about.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Apologies for not making me too loud. I'm trying. This is the give and take of. Oh look, he's playing with the soccer ball.
Oh, he's playing soccer. Huh?
Okay, it's working out.
Imagine getting nutmegged by nutmeg. Whoa,
bro!
No. That's like Googling Google, dude.
Okay. Oh, so I know why he's about to get fed. You know what? I'll put the camera on when he's about to get fed. We got him this cool thing for where he has to, like, it's like a mat that he has to burrow and look for the food. So it's like he's like scavenging. So it's pretty cool. It works really, really well, and it keeps him busy for some time. So I'll go
John on the bench, but it's like banging Bing. Oh no! Although Bing, I think, can just crash by just using it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Wait. So let's look at a couple of the match. Oh, okay. Wait.
What do you think is going to happen at Everton Liverpool?
He's about to be fed. Oh, did he? Oh,
is he laying in bed?
Okay, there he is. Yes. So what we've been doing is trying to get him to be calm before he gets food. So we have him sit in the bed for like a moment and be patient, and we say like wait, so that he doesn't get too anxious when food is coming. You see?
Oh. Is that a sheep? What is in her hand?
It's like a mat it's like felt and like it's very soft fabric, and he has to like look through it for the food because the food is inside in between all the fabric. So see, look how excited he gets for food.
This dog is not having this whole relax thing. He's like, yeah. I'll relax until the food comes near me.
There he is. So see.
Oh, I see. All right, cool. It looks like a big old pom pom.
Correct.
And the food is tucked in each of those like little things.
Yeah, and he has to like look for it, and it's
Good, keeps him busy.
keeps him busy. Okay.
All right.
All right. Back.
So shouts to Monkey who just gifted 2 more.
Hey, Monkey, thank you.
Dude, Monkey is the best.
Appreciate the love, and then I'm sure that everybody in the chat does as well. So thank you. 13 subs gifted. You're the best. Thank you, Monkey. Cheers. Okay, Jaron. I think Jaron's been drinking a little bit. He's like, this fucking dog.
He also put East Coast people complaining about game times. LOL.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just definitely 7:30 is challenging. I know you guys do like 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning.
If we lived on the West Coast, I just wouldn't be a Premier League watcher anymore. I'd still be a fan. Hey, Perfect Tommy's now gifting people. Whoa.
Look at this. Beautiful. Look at all these subs. Let's go back to Nutmeg. All right. Nutmeg Cam for every sub. He's still burrowing there. He's having a good time.
He's
looking
really
for his
getting
food.
after
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You should. I don't have a microphone close enough to him, but he goes through like he sniffs hard, like almost like he's exhausting himself. He's like really learning how to become like a hunter. You know what I mean?
He's getting in there. Jaron Wright put J.A.Ron said, I'm on my 3rd margarita. Monkey now gifted another sub. Back to the dog.
Boom.
I would not be watching the recordings of the games, Glenster. I just would be looking at the highlights and making some, as smart a guess as I can on the show that I know how the match went from there, because I'm not waking up at 4:30 to watch no game. I might stay up.
Chad just said, "Mike that dog, fam." I'll have to figure that out.
Dude, I'm telling you, in 6 months, you and I are not even on this fucking show. It's just that damn dog. And only when the dog is tired does he hit a button and it comes back to us.
Okay.
The Cooligans game.
So let's take another look. Obviously, Everton, Liverpool. Who's gonna win this? Everton. We already know that.
You really believe that?
You know what? I do.
Even though Liverpool's last match was 7-2.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And you think they're going to follow that with yet another loss?
I think Everton is going to. They're going to play well in this game. I think. I don't think it's gonna. They're not going to win by a lot. It might be a 1-0. Sadio Mane, I believe, is not playing. I think because he had COVID. I think he still has to quarantine. I think he's training. I'm not sure. Obviously, if he's not there, I think they have better chances.
I hate Tommy says 2-2. I think y'all are wrong. I think Liverpool going to win this thing like 3-1.
No Allison, no Mane, no Thiago. Hey, loves a human Baum. Got Monkey again with the gifting.
They've given 15 gift subs to this channel. That's nuts.
This is too kind. We appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Colabanco said no Allison, no Mane, no Thiago. I like our chances. Chances.
I mean, look, it's going to be a great match, and I can't wait to wake up and hear what happens. Arsenal is playing Manchester City. I just read a great article on The Athletic about some of the tactical differences or some of the sort of like, I guess the theoretical differences between.
Thank you, R. Brady B, for the follow. Appreciate it.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much. Some of the differences between the approach of Arteta and Pep Guardiola. So there's a lot of interest in this match. I do think Arsenal is going to at least get a 2-2 draw. But one of the things that they brought up is that Pep Guardiola went straight. He was like the captain of Barcelona. And I know he went to go play for Dorados in Mexico at the end of his career, but he essentially went like right into like being an incredible head coach, or manager. Whereas Arteta played in England, you know what I mean? Couldn't get on the first team at Barcelona. So he went to go play for Everton for a few years, ended up at Arsenal for another 5 years, loves English football, understands it at a deeper level, had to play up his way to get into these clubs, wasn't considered the best player of either of these clubs. And he was an assistant for a little bit under Pep Guardiola. So like even people like Leroy Sané, when Leroy Sané was being asked, how did Pep Guardiola help your development? He said, to be honest with you, it was more Mikel Arteta because that was his job. He worked one-on-one. He helped Raheem Sterling become a better player. He helped Leroy Sané become a better player. So he's had the one-on-one. He's had the people management sort of background. does that make Mikel Arteta a better manager than Pep Guardiola? I don't think people are really considering Pep Guardiola like one of yes, but not the greatest manager right now. I do think that, within time, I do think we'll find out that Mikel Arteta is a better manager.
That's a bold statement. It's anything is possible, but with that kind of prediction. But I don't think Arsenal are winning this game, even though the great Mikel Arteta is at the helm for Arsenal Football Club.
I would agree. I think we can all agree that Mikel Arteta makes more tactical changes than Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola wants to come out and play his game. Mikel Arteta, he'll go 3-man back line, 4-man back line.
But Arsenal usually, the last couple of years, they have trouble with Manchester City. Manchester City usually,
we beat them at the end of the year. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying that they did. I say that they never win? I didn't say that. I just said that they give them trouble. I don't think
right.
Manchester.
I'll let it go.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for your blessing. I think Manchester City wins this one.
What do you think the result is?
I think it's going to be like 2, maybe 3-1. They're good. They're good. I mean, Arsenal. They're not. I'm not saying they're like some trash team, but Manchester City, unless they have like their losses, always seem like flukes. But I think they lost their last game, I believe. So I think they're gonna do well in this one.
Monkey just gifted "I Hate Tommy."
Okay, maybe it's I love Tommy. I think that's what it is now. Okay, all right. Oh wait, am I getting in? No, he's not in there. Okay.
All right, we owe you a nutmeg cam.
Okay. Chelsea Southampton. Chelsea should win this game, but I want to bring this up because of recent comments from Kai Havertz, who obviously the German international. He played in the Nations League game. I don't know if you saw the game that he played. Who did they play? Germany played against
Sweden.
Sweden. Was it Sweden? Switzerland. And this game was 3-3. This game was nuts.
I think we all agree. Same fucking thing.
You know what? We don't agree, Alexis, but okay. But it was a great game, and he scored a goal. Gnabry scored like a back. It was an unbelievable game. Anyway,
yeah.
Kai Havertz was asked about his thoughts on the Premier League, and we should.
He said the intensity in the duels and the runs is much higher. It's a completely different league, and the games are very exhausting. The Bundesliga isn't worse, but I noticed differences. It seems to me like there aren't any average or bad players here. Everybody is at a very high level, which just tells me they haven't played United yet.
Soon. It's good to hear this stuff because we sort of try to understand like what makes the Premier League the most watched league in the world. Why is it so popular? Why do all the best players? Is it simply just because of the money or whatever?
Not so cool, Andrew, but her.
That's how the British laugh. Oh,
he's at the end of his rope. Okay, well, her.
But it's interesting to know that because one person I always go to when it comes to comparing leagues is I love Jimmy Conrad's thoughts on this. He always says it's just like that. At the difference in every league is just people make less mistakes in the better leagues, and that's why you see from La Liga to Bundesliga, and then or some of the other countries in Europe to into the international level and all that sort of stuff. And that's I think he's kind of echoing that. Kai Havertz is kind of echoing that. Like he's like, oh no, nobody's bad out here. And it's like it's interesting because he's like, I'm not saying Bundesliga is worse, but you know what? You really are saying it's worse, right? You're saying that every team has like 2 or 3. Like, yo, I don't know how you got this job, but like you don't even really belong here.
Right? So apparently we just hit 50 subs.
Hey, we did it.
And everybody's celebrating. And Nick Nipple said we hit 50 subs. Alexis, you got to put that dick on the table. Did I say that? They got the cable. By the way, we just lost a viewer. They got the table is not in the view shot of this camera. That's a cam nobody wants. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Thank you, everybody.
Imagine another comedian subbed in or I did a different podcast as a guest, and I was like, I'm not going to say that this person is better than Christian, but I have noticed differences. Everything they say is funny. There's no missteps. You would feel a very high level of
I feel like you might be saying I'm not that funny. Okay, so I mean, I'm trying to read between the lines and stuff.
I heard how you said it. I appreciate the dancing you did around the main subject, which I seem to have only ascertained is that I am not as funny as the person you were just with.
Oh my goodness. So look, Nutmeg is he's excited about the 50 subs, clearly.
Oh, he's too cute. Very loud though. Glad he's not in my apartment.
Yeah, he gets a little loud. It's so this right now he is looking at Helene open the as soon as the fridge is opened, he's like, yo, that's it. I know where yo.
Damn. He gonna knock down this camera, bro.
This is so funny. He's putting his face right there.
Thank you so much to everyone, Monkey, I guess, first, who's gifted about 48 of those subs. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed. Thank you to everyone who's followed. This is incredible. We're at 544 followers. We're really close to 600. We're getting there fast.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
400 to 500. And shouts to everyone watching, dude. This is it's been incredible. And we're going to keep doing this every Wednesday.
Exactly. Yeah, Twitch has been a nice, fun, different thing to do. So thank you so much for being a part of us with this. A couple other things. Anything else that we? I mean,
Nixler Nipple said, I wonder when he's saying bad players if he's referencing John Brooks. Ouch, man.
Bro, that's too close to my eagle heart.
The only American players we talk about is Gio Reyna, Tyler Adams, Christian Pulisic, and Weston McKennie when he gets healthy. That's it. We're not allowed to talk about any other national team players.
There have been a couple of people talking about. We mentioned this on the show, on the TV show, about Serginho Dest, right? Mm-hmm. About him kind of spoiling the news about the potential U.S. men's national team games that might be happening this month. Who knows if that's
tomorrow?
Yeah. Who knows if that's gonna happen? But so that led to people tweeting out like lineups of what they would like the U.S. men's national team to look like. And when it comes to the center back position, John Brooks is one of the ones that's one of the guys that's still there. How do you feel about John Brooks going forward in the future of the national team? Do you think he still belongs, or is it like Matt Miazga should get that spot, or Walker Zimmerman or whatever?
I think they should all go into camp and compete. I think John Brooks, by virtue of having been a part of World Cups, deserves to be in the camp at least. You want someone who's been to that sort of level of competition, who's been there before. But yeah, maybe he's not your starter. Maybe you're not pulling in a bunch of MLS guys either. You definitely don't need a guy like Tim Ream in there. But maybe you have a Miazga, maybe Aaron Long, you know what I mean? Who's, I think, proven to be a really good center back. I think a guy like James Sands needs to be considered at least. But I do think along with some of and I think this was the problem. And I was one of those people who was like, yo, no one who's been on the national team before deserves to be back on it other than Christian Pulisic after they didn't qualify for Trinidad and Tobago. But I do start to understand, like, yo, you do need some veteran presence, at least in the camp. Cameron Carter-Vicker, maybe not. I think he's played his way out. I think he's in the championship now.
Yeah, he left Tottenham. Right?
Yeah, but bring him into the camp. I think he's at Preston North End or something like that. Bring him into the camp. Let him go to the camp and try to play their way in. Dude, if Giazzi Zardes is getting starts at forward, you know what I mean? You never know who's going to be at center back,
Yeah, I don't look. John Brooks is always going to be adored after the goal against Ghana.
The header against Portugal.
Is it Portugal?
Yeah. Remember, he dreamed about it.
Right.
He was going to score in the 86th minute or something like that.
So he's always going to be adored. But look, you watch him in a couple Bundesliga matches, and he also has dealt with a lot of injury, and he really hasn't like stood out that much. Ever since that World Cup. So okay.
Some architect said you got that kid at Bayern too. That's Chris Richards, who actually just got injured.
Yeah, what is it? Was it a serious injury?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I just know,
I know
that
he's missing a game, but I don't know how serious it is. The last thing I wanted to bring up.
Is there anything that you guys asked us in the chat that we looked over? Let us know.
Yeah,
And
please.
shouts to Keen Shadows, who said, appreciate you guys for making my workday go by quicker with these. Hey, no problem, baby.
Happy to help. Happy to help. Lazio Val says Chris Richards the center back. I believe he is, right? Chris Richards is a center back. Is he playing?
I believe so. I know he's a defender.
He's a defender. Yeah, I don't think he's on the wing. Yeah, you know what? I think the people who are apologies to everyone listening to the podcast. You're hearing a dog whine. I wish I knew how to stop that or control that. But
I think the easy way is to not have a dog. You know.
Oh, it's too late, Alexis. How's he doing? He doesn't want to be in there right now.
He's getting ups, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Have you considered a blow dart? Is that considered wrong?
So apologies to everyone. So the last thing I wanted to bring up was just
after Pickford's error today, will he stay as England's goalkeeper for long as the number one? Who else do they have?
Football Talk 10. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, homie. Who else is a top level goalkeeper for England at the moment?
Bring back Joe Hart. Let's go.
that dude. I mean, hand out Gatorades, Lucasade.
Pickford. So
Henderson.
Wait, was that Pickford's error? Are you talking about the penalty? Just to confirm, because that's all I really saw as far as an error. I wasn't paying attention to the game 100% of the time.
Neither was I, but here's the goalkeepers, right? We have Dean Henderson, Nick Pope, Jordan Pickford, Tom Heaton, and Jack Butler. Right? I mean, that silence tells you everything you need to hear, right? It's not the most exciting list of goalkeepers. Monkey with another sub.
Thank you for that again.
Jeez.
For Football Talk. Okay. Pope is at Burnley. Is Pope
I believe so. He's at Burnsley. He's from Soham, United Kingdom. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Soham.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays for Burnley. Yo, all these dudes look like they need a little bit of a tan. You know,
you can't tell with that.
Every
British people.
Yo, British people all look like they weren't breastfed. Why is that?
Oh, that's a formula kid. I see it.
Oh, damn.
You could tell, bro.
There's just something about it. You know what I mean? You could see it. The ears are lower or something. I don't know. There's something there, you know?
Oh my God.
Dean Henderson looks like a caricature drawing of what someone who hates English people would tell a caricature drawer an English person looks like.
Look, Pickford makes errors, right? But he's apparently, I don't know if, I guess is he like the best keeper in the sense that he's like the craziest and nobody wants to tell him that he lost the job. I don't know what exactly. I mean, he is the Everton goalkeeper. He is guaranteed. And I'm not here to just hate Jordan Pickford, because I do think he makes some important saves when necessary, but he is guaranteed.
You know what he is? He's a highlight goalkeeper. He makes a couple highlights, but if you watch the whole match, you're like, the rest of the time, this was shit.
He makes like one or two errors a game that don't always necessarily lead to goals, but he makes about 1 to 2 errors a game that are like, ooh, that was a close one, Picky. You know what I mean? So,
like, he don't even yell at the defenders. You know, he's like, "No, this one's on me."
I'm surprised that look. I don't think the job, the England job is his for sure. I think if he makes a couple mistakes, he is done. But I guess other people have been worse. That's really the only explanation I can possibly give.
Is Dean Henderson on loan, or is he just De Gea's backup? Because if he is, you don't deserve to be England's number one if you can't be your own club's number one.
Yeah, and let's refer to a British person who is in the chat. Not SoCal Andrew says Southgate won't drop Pickford because he hasn't really made any high profile errors for England. He likes consistency at the position.
which is fair.
I
You know,
could see that.
Southgate has proven that if you don't jump to the hype of the press, you know what I mean? That if you just make decisions on your own and you keep going with a plan, it seems to work out pretty well.
So do you think, and I'll put this on to people in the chat, do you think Pickford was the reason that penalty happened? Because what I saw, because again, I was watching on Through the Internet, and they were showing this replay 400 times. I mentioned this before we started actually taping the podcast, but I'm watching it over and over and over at every angle, and there was definitely some miscommunication between Kyle Walker and Jordan Pickford. But Kyle Walker, I would say it's a pretty soft penalty. I don't know the player for Denmark, but he basically wrapped his leg around. The ball was in front of Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker was shielding the ball. The Danish player kind of wrapped his leg around him to try to get the ball, on goal. Didn't really get the ball cleanly, but Kyle Walker, in the attempt to clear it, hits his leg,
right?
Kicks him in the leg. To me, that's incidental contact. I don't think because the guy was putting his leg in like in a weird position, like around Kyle Walker. I didn't see the call, but I wouldn't blame Jordan Pickford there. That's my opinion.
I mean, when people think you cause mistakes, people are going to take those 50-50 opportunities and say it's your fault. You know what I mean? Like Harry Maguire, for not to keep bringing this up, Andrew, but that's the kind of guy who's just going to get things blamed on him now because of his whole career. But the last few weeks.
Oh, your entire body of work? Is that what you're criticizing me on?
Look, you bribe a Greek cop, okay? After trying to fight him,
Yeah. I see it.
This is your cross to bear now. It's not so called Andrew, but soft as fuck penalty though. Ref was soft all game.
The Denmark player was Eriksen Christian. I assume you're referring to Christian Eriksen, unless that's a joke. Apologies.
No, he was saying it was Chris Eriksen, Christian.
Christian.
To you.
Okay. But I don't think it was Eriksen. Am I crazy? Because Christian Eriksen is more of a midfielder. I feel like it was somebody else.
Bentley he should have stayed in jail for
Football Talk 10 said, I wish I had FIFA 21. My parents can't afford it. We're giving away FIFA 21 at the end of this.
He's just hoping Monkey. Monkey hears it.
Monkey, buy him FIFA 21.
Yo, Monkey's all of our rich stepdad, dude.
Well, I'm sorry you can't afford it. I mean, you know what? You're not missing much. I'll be honest. Okay. Okay. So so the last thing I want to just bring up was the Carlo Ancelotti winning.
Of course, you have to bring this up.
Coach, manager of the month.
Manager of the month. Dominic Calvert-Lewin also won
Player
of the month.
Yeah. So,
dude, killing it. Do they take? That's just Premier League, right? They don't take into consideration his goal for the national team.
No.
That's just Premier League.
Yeah.
I mean, he still deserves it.
Because he was he was awarded it before he went on the international break. So
dude, he's getting buckets.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring also for England as well, getting his first goal for the senior team. Everton just absolutely thriving. You love it.
Enjoy it.
Colombia.
Enjoy it now.
Look, outside of the Santiago Arias injury in Colombia, like they also played well. Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe we should. This is where we should end the show on the goal call. Radamel Falcao scoring for Colombia against Chile.
The announcer of the match happened to be in a nightclub, but still did his job
on stoppage time. And this is actually a good. This can bring us back to we did this on the first episode of our podcast ever. That was one of the subjects I brought up. I said that the Colombian broadcast on Gol Caracol or Caracol TV, whatever. The announcers use reverb and they play music during a goal call. If you go back to our first episode of the podcast, go on our feed. This is a thing that we brought up because it's literally like the best thing. It's so fun and it's so different.
We play clips of it on the show.
Correct. So this is it. So this is it was a great game, by the way, as well. Colombia, Chile. So let's take a quick look at it. Listen to this. This is beautiful.
Adentro Lerma, ¿quién? Morelos, pégale a alguien, Morelos desde afuera, adentro.
This is the best.
De Colombia.
My favorite is the Chile manager just looking at his watch.
De Colombia apareció un tigre para meter el zarpazo. Con que no iba a entrar y aquí estaba el tigre. Tanto va el cántaro a la fuente hasta que se rompió. Vino Morelos.
Just incredible. And a great goal, by the way, from Falcao.
Quedó pagando y el tigre
Yeah,
se
dude.
la
I
mandó a
mean,
guardar.
just put your foot out. You know?
Estás nítido colombiano.
Hey, dude, I honestly think the way the Colombian national team players celebrate when they score, I think they only get paid if a goal is scored. You know what I mean?
It's more like a commission type thing. Oh man.
Aussie AB put would be great if VAR canceled the goal after that. People are saying no.
Oh, Colblanca said Alexis Rueda, the Chile coach, is Colombian. That must hurt, right?
Yeah, dude, he's out celebrating with the team. He's like, "What? No, I'm Colombian." So,
this honestly, this it's okay. I'm just saying, honestly disappointed. His head doesn't appear in the middle of the screen, just spinning round and round. It'd be so funny. Yeah, man, that's always so fun. Yeah, if you didn't get to see. Are there any? There's no more World Cup qualifier matches, right? Those are done in CONMEBOL. Yeah, the international break is over. So, yeah, watch them if you can. Somehow they're not easy to watch. But
unless you want to spend $30 on a pay-per-view. I was actually, there's Smithfield Hall here in New York City, which is a huge soccer bar. Actually has a bunch of TVs facing out in the windows, and they have all the seats built in the parking spot out in front, which is huge. It's a big front. So you get a lot of seats out there, and they have heaters and everything. It's actually really cool. But I was talking to the owner, and I said, are you going to have the South American qualifying stuff? And he said, no, because it's too expensive for like a bar. It's something like $500.
Oh, wow.
So they said they would need like 50 people to commit to paying $10 each to being there that day. And he's like, and then they'd have to order drinks and food. He's like, I don't want to do that to customers. He's like, so we're just not going to show it.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Put up the illegal stream, dude.
Right. We need.
I mean, who's going to say no? You know, it's COVID.
Okay, so you know what? We should end the show with the giveaway of FIFA 21.
Oh, are you ready?
I am ready. So I've done this before. So I have a randomizer. I mean, so obviously
it's getting nerdy again.
It's getting a little bit nerdy, obviously.
Again, that's randomizer.bing.com.
No, this is in Microsoft Excel.
And he threw it out over us.
So that, as you can see, so if people are curious, obviously we didn't pre-pick the winner. You will see it live. So I have as you're looking at all the people who follow us. There's the list there, and you're seeing towards the bottom. You're seeing if you are a subscriber.
Football Talk 10 said, please, I really want it. And then he said again, my parents can't afford. Just reminding you, no guilt trip, Christian. Come on, randomizer.
Please, randomizer, get it for Football Talk. Maybe the winner will give it to Football Talk. Who knows? Okay. So, and then you see these names here at the bottom. Those are the people who are subscribers. So you have two chances to win. Because your name is there twice, obviously.
Chad Bentley said, choose your favorite Chad. Golo Blanco said also, you could do this on Streamlabs next time.
Yes, but I didn't. So the reason I looked there, but I think I wanted to give subscribers a better chance to win. Senior Shiny OW, thank you.
Hey.
I wanted subscribers to have a better chance to win, not just the followers. So this was.
Senior Shiny said, hey, yo, add my name again.
So funny. Okay,
subscribe.
I can't do that. I can't do so. It's yeah. Let me do that right now. Hold on. So as you can, I'll add the people who subscribe. Okay, there it is. Senor Shiny OW.
And
right?
I think Keen Shadows got a sub as well.
Oh, come on. This is gonna take too long.
Hold on, just throw Keen Shadows in there because if you mention it in the chat, then we got to add.
Okay. Done. Add.
All right, but that's it. We're done. All right. Gates are closed. Let's go. Let's give it away.
Okay.
Everyone listening to the podcast is like, am I really listening to
Oh
a
wait, you know
giveaway?
what? And now because I do feel bad. Football Talk was given a subscription. 10, right? Football Talk 10. Okay, cool. Done. That's it. No more entries.
Yeah, we're shutting it down.
Okay, so I got this Excel formula to be able to determine who the winner is. You can see it there. That is you see the rand between. It will pick a random name from the list here.
Everyone listening, we're doing this live on like they could see his Excel spreadsheet, which again is more embarrassing than your search history. But we want everyone to see it so no one claims we're doing anything, picking friends or anything.
Okay, and you know what? I have to add, because I added some names, so I have to extend the column a little bit. Okay, so
Here we go.
now that is done. Okay. All right, so drum roll, everybody.
The winner is
The winner of FIFA 21 for whatever system you like is
Football Talk.
Ben Borgono. Ben,
Is he even here?
Ben might not be here, but that is who won.
Okay.
Congratulations.
No one's excited because no one knows who this person is.
But Ben,
Not so cool. Andrew said worst driver. Football Talk 10, but no.
Aussie AB said,
Aussie AB said, "Do you have to be here to win? This isn't a tricky tray or a raffle, you know."
it'd be too tough to do that. We'll do more giveaways. We'll do a bunch of other stuff. But Ben Borgono,
SS Tupka said, "Who? Who are you? I don't think I've ever seen SS Tupka in the chat."
Stupka, I think that's I'm gonna say is Steve your first name? I feel like on Twitter I recognize the last name. I could be wrong. Anyway,
Hilarious though.
okay. Well, thank you everybody for.
Senor Shiny said, "Bro, this is worse than the Champions League draw." Again, we're so sorry. Somebody won though. Congratulations
Ben.
to a name Christian made up, so we don't have to spend money on FIFA 21. Ben Borgata.
But yes, that is Steve Stupka. Thank you. Hey, yes.
Hey, what up, Steve?
Everton supporter as well. Yeah. He's been supporting and following for a while. So thank you, Steve. All right. So that is it. Thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Prem Show. We appreciate it. Everybody who's listening to the podcast, twitch.tv/Soccer Cooligans. Get on board. We're having a great time here. We got 52 subscribers. It's going crazy.
Let's go.
Monkey is a hero.
He's going absolutely nuts.
The Cooligans.
Not so cool. Andrew said Ben is a MILF. Shouts to the funniest chat in all of Twitch. This is the best.
Oh man, yes, the new that new acronym for MILF is gonna be great. Yeah, this the MILF show.
Yeah, dude.
So
when that league comes out, we ready.
So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate it. You're so fun. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. And everybody listen to podcasts. We do this live on Twitch every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I believe next week is going to be no. Sorry, next week will be at 6 p.m. The 28th will be at 5 p.m. Just because. Alexis has a show. What do you got? You got something going on?
Yeah, I have a show that starts like really close to how this ends. So.
Okay, so come back. And I've been playing a little bit of FIFA 21 here on Twitch, and I'm getting my ass handed to me in Ultimate Team. It is very difficult, so you can watch me lose a little bit. Chad Benty,
do you get to keep the cards from the previous year? Or you got to start.
You got to start over. That's why it's hard.
Oh, jeez.
Chad Benty just said, "We love you, MILF. We do." Seniors.
Oh, Milfy, we love you.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. We appreciate everybody listening. Thank you again. All right. So with that said, my name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerrero.
And together, what are we?
The Cooligans!